This is what Kentuckians expect of us in Frankfort, to come together, to roll up our sleeves, and to get to work. For us, the time to act is now. It is time to pass House Bill 137. We have a real urgency, don't we? A real urgency here in Kentucky. We need new revenue to support the needs of our communities, states, and especially our children, who deserve the best education and the most protection that we can provide them as a state. We have an urgency in Kentucky to keep millions of dollars from crossing our rivers, dollars that should be supporting our needs right here in the Commonwealth. And let me just say, given the last couple of years, that if we've got both the Chamber of Commerce and the KEA here supporting one bill, it means it's the right bill and we ought to pass it. With the passage of sports betting, again, $22 to $25 million more. And some people will say, that's not going to solve the pension system. And sure, on its own, nothing is going to solve the pension system. But those are meaningful dollars where we can meet so many needs of our people.
We're surrounded by Indiana, that's legal. Tennessee will be legal probably in a few months. Illinois will be legal in a few months. West Virginia's legal. Virginia had their bill pass the Senate committee yesterday, and so that would just leave Missouri and Ohio, and Ohio is on its way to passing it this year. So let's not be an island. Let's keep our tourism, entertainment dollars here. Let's give grown adults the opportunity to make their own decisions. I trust Kentuckians. I think it's reasonable to assume that they can make decisions on their own. And, this is a bipartisan event, but as a Ronald Reagan Republican, I believe in less government, more freedom, and personal responsibility. And those were all tenets of the president, and I think pretty much everyone here agrees with that in this case. It's time that we bring these dollars and keep these dollars home. Thank you.
Passing sports wagering in 2020 is really a no-brainer. Not only will it make us more competitive with our surrounding states who have already enacted it or are going to enact it, but it will also put much needed revenue in the state budget to help fund our pension system. Recently, the Kentucky Chamber released our Leaky Bucket Report for 2020, which clearly makes the call for additional revenue to help fund education and pensions. Every dollar counts when it comes to funding our pension systems, and House Bill 137 will bring in an estimated $20 million or more that will specifically be dedicated to funding our pension systems. I don't know about you all, but I feel like I've been doing sports wagering for years. It's called the Derby. This really is just an extension of our signature industry that has led to significant investment at our Kentucky tracks. There is so much support behind this issue across our Commonwealth, and we cannot let this opportunity pass us by this legislative session. Sports wagering really is a win-win for Kentucky. It's good for business, it's good for taxpayers, and we encourage the legislature to take action this General Assembly.
Through the KEA legislative program, we've long advocated for legislators to find new sources of revenue that support all Kentucky public schools and our pension system, but we've rarely endorsed any one singular new revenue stream. However, for the second year in a row, we have supported this bill. Why? Because Kentucky's kids deserve all the resources that they need to succeed. And as a state, we should ask ourselves, what do we value? If education is a priority, then we should always be exploring new forms of revenue to fund the future of our Commonwealth.
We want to say unequivocally that Kentucky government retirees, representing 15,000 KRS stakeholders, fully supports this bipartisan sports betting bill. And I'll take the liberty of speaking on behalf of the Kentucky Public Pension Coalition in expressing their support for this bill as well. Pensions are a complicated subject, we all know that, but there are two facts that can't be disputed. One is that pensions are an obligation that shall be paid as a matter of contract law. The other is that KRS pension employer contributions have risen dramatically over the past several years. The fact is that the Kentucky Employees Retirement System is the worst funded state pension plan in the country. It's imperative that we examine revenue measures to help us meet our obligations for pensions. And an obvious source is sports betting. This is a discretionary entertainment activity that is already taking place right here in Kentucky. People are already playing fantasy football and online poker, and as we learned, states all around are opening sports betting venues and making a lot of money off Kentuckians. Clearly, Kentuckians enjoy sports gaming. This bill doesn't change that behavior in any way. It would simply capture potential revenue that is being lost every day. At a time when our Commonwealth has critical spending needs, it only makes sense that we should look at entertainment spending as a source for revenue.